this one started. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
Let's get it.
The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He'll buy some time right. And the grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Keep working, baby. Keep working, fellas.
A first down carry for Davis. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle that time by Zach Cunningham.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. To the right side, and he's got more complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run with Davis. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the opening drive. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Bobby Wagner in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They are going for it. Here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and that will force a turnover on downs.
As Seattle makes their way back out here, Charles, let's take a little deeper dive as they go into the offseason, what they need to do. They led the NFL in rushing yards. You talked about it. They ran the football well. Where do they need to improve?
Maybe a little less stubbornness in establishing the run at times, because Chris Carson, their lead back, didn't get started against Dallas. Mike Davis couldn't add a whole lot. Rashad Penny, who was a rookie, he didn't add a whole lot in that one as well. Sometimes you have to let Russell Wilson be the guy and let him throw it around. They'll continue to work on that in the offseason to fortify him with a few more weapons on the perimeter, I believe.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. They'll try to run for it with Davis. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Gotta go, in and out, let's go. 14.
Here's Wilson. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Nick Vanette from 6 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Janikowski adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. To throw on second is Watson. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 36 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
They get it to him running left. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Wilson. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better.
And now look at him go. The 40, 20, 10, 5.
All right, let's give credit where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision. All the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Spins past him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tall.
It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. 23 yards on the play. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Wilson. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. There's Baldwin, touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 50 yards. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Watson on the move to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And by the way, need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge Tournament is still open in Mutt Drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000?
That's what I'm wondering.
Get in, get it done. Let's have some fun.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
He hits Baldwin right side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. The reception good for 7. It's third down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. The Seahawks on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, Wilson, a dump off for Davis. It's a big play on third down for the Seahawks. And even 40 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a handoff to Davis. He will push his way down to about the 14. On the tackle, Tyrann Mathieu.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now Wilson on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. You know, last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promote.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it, and he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. To kick is Janikowski. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
That one goes for 24 yards.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Caught left side, Hopkins. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins as the first half is winding down. And the Texans are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty slick return there as he's up just shy of the 45-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He lets it fly for Lockett, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Tyler Lockett was the target there. That'll bring up second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Gotta go.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On first down, Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Reset.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Here's Watson now on second down. Flush to his right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Now Watson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Flushed out right. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Texans have cut it to within a score. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Second and 10 now, Wilson. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
They'll roll him out right. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big 30-yard play on third. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Here's a give to Davis. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver should in the NFL. I don't care how you cover him. I don't care that his size isn't great. He's the one that typically comes up with the football.
Absolutely. His roots go all the way back to Gulf Breeze, Florida, where he's from, right on the water near Pensacola, and then, of course, to Stanford, and, boy, he's been good. To throw is Wilson. This will be caught at about the 5. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. He'll get only 2 there, and it's second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5. They get it to him running left. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Mike Davis taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more. Out to kick is Janikowski. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And now out comes Houston. Watson will bring up the Texans here first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he slings one that's incomplete. You got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Throw left side complete to QT. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. They begin with a run by Davis. They find some open field here. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 79 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They get it to him running left. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now Wilson. And no, it's incomplete. The Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, there defensively to make the play. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got a man complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. 3rd and long. It's Watson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's Watson. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. They can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. Work it down. And, of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you can pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running.
Defensively, no doubt they need a quick stop. Offensively here, maybe do you put it in the air on second down, or do you go ahead and keep it on the ground, keep that clock moving?
A lot of people would ask that question, partner, because sometimes throwing the ball might actually be the path of least resistance. But in this case, it's a matter of trust. How much do you trust your quarterback? Because you throw the ball and it goes awry, you really don't look smart as a coach.
Yeah, and then you stop that clock. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
And now Sebastian Janikowski on from long distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now out comes Houston. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. Green the line.
To throw on second is Watson. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
Let's go, fellas. We got 4 down. Let's go.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. And out now come the Seahawks. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Rolling to his left. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett from 19 yards away. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Reset.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jaron Reed in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Black 99, feel it. Down.
From the gun, here's Watson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a play fake here on first down. There's Baldwin. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin from 17 yards out. And the interception by the Seahawks D leads to a touchdown. Janikowski now for the point after. Janikowski adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. They'll buy some time. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And his guys will set up shop.